video of 2022 on this channel. My name is Melissa Caroline, and I am the creator behind Foxiary Studios. And I wanted to make some videos talking about everything to do with my sticker shop and my art journey, sharing classes and tips and things like that, letting you guys see my whole process. There will be, videos about different things on this channel, but today I wanted to talk about just the very beginning of this whole journey with me starting to make art again. I feel like it's a good place to start, just so you can get to know me a little bit better, and maybe it'll help you on your art journey. And yes, I am wearing a Christmas a Christmas sweater. I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of the year. So I am seen often wearing this sweater. So it's one of my favorites. Anyways, I started this journey back in the art journey. Really, I would say probably started about 4 or 5 years ago. But I did start drawing a long time ago when I was a kid. My mom was really supportive of my art. She was always getting me books and all kinds of things, just trying to help me develop my drawing, which helped a lot. And then fast forward a little bit, when I was a teenager, I decided I wanted to go to fashion design school. And I had someone at the time, and I was drawing clothes and things like that, just out off my imagination. I was really excited, wanted to go to this really fancy fashion school in California. And then I was told at that time that I would never be successful as an artist. That would be really hard and I wouldn't make any money. And so it left me feeling like my art wouldn't be very meaningful, I guess, in a way. Like, it wouldn't be impactful. It wouldn't do anything positive for my life or anyone else's, is basically how I felt and how the person made me feel. Really, that's how they made me feel. And I kind of, I pursued a business degree and I put my art on the back burner. And then when I graduated, I went and got an adult job. And I thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, which honestly is sad to think back on how much time I could have been investing in developing my style. But this is my journey and I just want to share it with you. And if you're in that spot, maybe save you some time. So it took me a long time to pick art back up again. I would sporadically go get a canvas and some paint and do a painting, and then I would be like, okay, now it's time to go do adult things. I really had this negative thought process when it came to my art. I thought that was something that kids did, that wasn't a serious profession. And then it took me a really long time to figure out that was actually false. I had been living my life based on someone else's opinion of the art world. And so it took me a really long time to untangle that, and I'm still working through it. It's still, it's trauma, essentially. It traumatized me so much that I quit doing art. So don't let that be you. Don't let anyone stop you from making art like I did. So yeah, I fast forward about 4 or 5 years ago, I was finding videos on YouTube of people sharing their art on social media and things like that. People that were making, I discovered studio vlogs and was like, what is this? Didn't even know this whole world existed around art. I didn't know people were doing this kind of stuff. Excuse me. And it just blew my mind wide open. And so I ended up finding a really awesome creator on here called Catnip, and I will link her channel down below if you want to go check her out. she actually is what started this whole thing, this like domino effect. I found other creators through her, but I kind of feel like she was just kind of like that first video that I found, and it was on how to make stickers. And that's when it just clicked for me, because I had a coworker whose sister had started a sticker shop, and at the time of learning that information, I was like, oh, that's really cool. Maybe that's something I could do someday once, you know, I get a really good stable job and I have time for that, you know. Like, I was still in that mindset of like, oh, that's cute, that's a nice hobby kind of thing. It was really bad. And that's, you know, not how I feel now. This is how I felt then. And so when I found the YouTube creator Catnip and saw that she was working a job, and she was also running a studio and making art and running an Etsy shop and doing all the things, and then I was watching her journey like unfold basically on YouTube. And I was, you know, I was watching all of these awesome things happen to her, and I'm sitting here like, what am I doing? Well, I just don't have time. And so it just would like play around with stuff and kind of, you know, but never really solidified it. So fast forward a little bit, I got laid off from my job in 2020, and was pretty upset about that, and never thought that it would, something like that would happen to me. And a couple weeks after that happened, I was like, you know, of all this free time, I should start, you know, try to pick up art again, and I should try to buy a Cricut and learn how to make stickers, because I have all this time. So, you know, this is the time to start figuring those things out. And I did, you know, watch videos, and I found a few things, not a lot of direction, but a lot of things that helped me on YouTube, and was able to figure out how to make stickers, started drawing stuff and then just making stickers, and was like, oh my gosh, this is something I could actually do. And then I hadn't really developed my style as an artist, and so a lot of what was happening is I was not like drawing, not creating stuff, and I was like, so I still had this mindset, because I thought to be a really good artist, you just look at a blank canvas and you just imagine something and then you just draw it. Like, that's how that works. And it wasn't until last year that class that I took on SkillShare, which I'll link down below, really helped me find my style, realized that a lot of the things that inspired me as an artist were from images, things that I had been exposed to, and they had really influenced my style. And so I was able to pick out, okay, what are the, you know, commonalities, what is, you know, the overall theme here, and then figure out what I liked. And then I started taking classes to develop the things that I liked, going, you know, things that went over those sorts of styles. So you know, I love kawaii things, but I also love chibis, and I also like some of the manga stuff, anime. I also like Disney and Looney Tunes, and like Betty Boop was big when I was a kid for me. I mean, and it's not even my generation, but you know, I was exposed to Betty Boop and was just obsessed with her. And so anyways, I'll link the class down below so you can go check it out yourself, figure out your style. It's really, really awesome class. It helped me a ton. I hope it helps you too. But yeah, so that was the beginning, was figuring out the style. And the instructor that does that class is, I think his name is Andy J Pizza. I'm terrible with names, but he has a podcast, and flippin' amazing. You should definitely check it out. But I did all of his Skillshare classes. After I took that first one, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, my brain was just overflowing with information. I was just so excited because somebody was finally giving me permission to be an artist and be myself. And so I went through all of his classes, and then I found his podcasts, and yeah, I'm obsessed. Anyways, that's what I will link down below so you can check all that stuff out. But that's where I would start. I would figure out your style and then start developing it. So I started taking classes, and then I started, using reference images. No one told me I could just use a reference image, and no one told me, I thought I had to go off of like what's in here. And then what I learned from all the classes that I took, I don't remember which class it was that my brain, the way that my brain and your brain, the way that we kind of like process information, that's why it's so hard to translate it from here to paper. The way that our brain processes it is not how we draw it, if that makes sense. So that's why reference material is helpful, because then it's teaching your brain how to draw, essentially, how to draw it in a like 3D or however type of manner. So it's very helpful, very, very, very helpful to have reference images. This is me giving you permission, if no one has told you, that you can use reference images. And I know it sounds very silly, probably to most of you, because you've probably been using reference images your whole life. I even took art class in college and still did not know that I could use reference images, even though I painted from reference. I thought when I had to make my art something that was mine, that was like unique, I had to draw it from here, which is not true. So, I mean, you can draw from a reference image and still make it you. So if you didn't know that, I didn't know that, there you go. You're welcome. Hope that helps. But yeah, just get started and just figure out your style. I'll link the classes down below. Don't let anybody stop you from pursuing art, developing your art. No, don't let anybody tell you that it's silly, that it's just something that kids do, because there's a lot of adults that are very successful. You don't need a fancy art degree. You don't need to go to some fancy art school to learn these skills. There's plenty of resources out there to help you. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars to be good at art, and it doesn't have to be good art. It's really up to whoever is viewing it, of whether or not it's good art. And you'll be surprised how many people actually like your stuff, because once I finally started putting myself out there, putting my art out there, I was really surprised at how many people actually commented and liked on my pictures. And so you will too, and you will have people that actually visually enjoy your art. So just do it, is all I could tell you. I hope all of this information wasn't like I'm trying not to word vomit everywhere, but I wanted to just get all of that out there. I'll link everything down below so you can check all that stuff out. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please leave a comment down below. If you struggled with something on your journey to finding your style, how did you overcome that? I would really like to know. Put that down in the comments down below. I really want to open a discussion about this, because I don't feel like it's talked about enough. At least in my experience, it's not. Whatever suggestions you have for overcoming that, please leave them down below. Your experience, if you want to share your experience, put that in the comments down below. If you don't mind, maybe if you could give this video a thumbs up. It's a free way that you can help me out and help support the channel and help me grow this channel and grow this community. It'd be really amazing, and I would so appreciate it if you did that for me. If you don't want to miss any other videos, I upload every Friday, or I'm going to be uploading every Friday. I will be uploading a new video. Make sure you hit the subscribe notification bell so you don't miss any of that. And then I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video and watching it all the way to the end. If you stuck this far through, you're freaking amazing. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember to always be kind, and I will talk to you later. Bye.